think the biggest change is that the market is looking healthier and it's looking better. The legal market is growing and the economy is growing. And you're seeing investment, particularly foreign investment, all across the board. You know, you're seeing it coming from individuals under programs such as the Golden Visa and non-habitual residence for tax purposes. And you're seeing mid-sized companies buying other companies or installing themselves in Portugal. And you're seeing big companies doing big deals. You're seeing a lot of M&A activity too. So I think the market is healthy all around, which is a good thing to have after so many years of crisis. And I think for Portuguese law firms, which like our law firm have internationalized a lot and done a lot of work, particularly relating to African countries and African Lusophone countries, we probably even moving resources away from the African work to work in the national market, whereas you know, Africa, particularly Angola, is very much oil driven and is going through a difficult time now. I think for us, technology is a critical point. It's technology not just in the way that you get more efficient knowledge management and things like that, but also in the way you work and changes the nature you work. It also leads to more integrated teams. Firms don't employ only lawyers anymore. They employ, you know, pharmacists for patent work, people from the medical profession, engineers, and so on. And we have to integrate all these people, and that's also driven by technology. And technology is also driving the way you render services to clients. And that's going to be a big challenge for the next few years, I would say. Retaining talent is becoming a never harder thing. The new generations, we actually have a project with Catholic University, the Association of Students, to study how you know, what do 20 years old look forward when in 2 or 3 years they graduate, what they want to do at firms. And you see pretty interesting things, and you understand it's going to be harder to retain them. You know, they don't look to be partners in 20 years. This is the now generation, and it's harder to retain people when they want all the rewards now. You know, the crisis in many ways shielded Portugal from competition because, you know, if you get bad news about the country every day, you're not going to want to establish an office there. But I think part of the challenges now, the external challenges, is probably the arrival of multidisciplinary practices. I think it will happen. I'm not sure whether it's a good thing or not, particularly if relating to auditing. But we're still waiting to see if auditors. There's been a lot of scandals already, and the auditing firms have not been able to prevent it. So with more conflicts of interest, I don't really see how that will be better for the market. That's going to happen. But there's also new providers, you know, technology-driven firms, software, and so on. So those are issues that worry us. And but law firms are flexible. I think we'll adapt. I think if there's a word that applies very well to law firms is flexibility. And the CAD is certainly very, very flexible.